Alright, so making friends is hard no matter where you're at in life. At work, it's all, let's keep it professional, Steve. And at school, if you so much as breathe wrong, you're banished to an eternity of eating lunch in the toilets like the social reject that you are. Which brings us to today. Now, chances are if you clicked this video, you've probably tried a couple things. Maybe you went to one of those social meetup groups and found it was completely dead and barren of life. Maybe you tried volunteering but then realized it's like work. So ew. And alas, nobody seems to appreciate surprise home visits anymore. We need a new, more modern way of making friends. And that's where I come in. Hi, I'm Grim, professional friend catcher, and with these methods I'm about to show you, anyone can make friends. Even you can finally feel the warm, wholesome embrace of friendship, no matter how dislikable or smelly you may be. Now, let's get started with something that I like to call the Breakfast Club method. Now, if you've never seen the movie Breakfast Club, I'll give you the quick ADHD version. Basically, a bunch of teens from different social cliques are locked in a room together. And well, since they have nothing better to do, they all bond over their collective parental issues and trauma, ending the movie with an unlikely friendship. Now, the key thing here is that these people, in normal circumstances, would have never given each other the time of day if they weren't literally trapped together. So if you want people to give you the time of day, give them no other choice. Now, an important caveat to making friends with this method is they kinda can't know you're behind it, otherwise, well, that might cause a little bit of drama. So once you've found your future victims, I mean future besties, use a burner account or a voice changer and pose as Mr. Beast or their mother. Doesn't matter, you just gotta lure them all into a room where you can, accidentally, get trapped in for a while. Ideally one without internet so you can actually talk to each other and begin that sweet, sweet trauma bonding. And so long as they don't figure you out or rescue doesn't come too soon, you will exit that room with a new ready-made friend group and a funny story of how you all met. You wanna know what the tragic paradox of trying to make friends actually is? It's that you kind of need friends to make friends. Let me explain. See, when it comes to social situations, you're judged not just on yourself as an individual, but by the company you keep. Like say you hang out with a bunch of good looking or funny people, folks are going to get drawn to your group's energy, and they'll assume you're good looking or funny by default. Whereas if you hang out with a bunch of Discord mods, folks are going to assume you should be on a list. And if you have no one, which I'm assuming is the case since you clicked on the video, folks are unfortunately going to think, maybe there's a reason they got no friends. Now, if you're socially isolated, you might think you're cooked, but don't worry, this is where what I call social peacocking comes into play. Just a small upfront monetary investment. You can hire a bunch of good-looking and or funny people to pretend to be your friends, and believe me, there'll be plenty of takers. From starving actors, or maybe even that nice lady behind the local McDonald's who whispers in that sweet sultry voice, 20 quid baby and I'll do anything for you. Just have them pretend to be your friend and laugh at your jokes, and then hype you up to others, and before you know it, other good looking or funny people will assume you're one of them, making it easy to make friends, and your lies will become reality. Now, if you want to be friends with pretty much anyone, you got basically two choices: rise to their social level through hard work and self-improvement, or drag them down so low that they will beg to be your friend and will never, ever be able to leave you. And since, as we all know, self-improvement is hard and really, really boring, let's go with option 2. Now, how do we do this? Well, to start, we can subtly create a few problems in their life that we happen to be around to fix. Like slash their tires the night before a big meeting, and then happen to be there to offer them a ride in the morning, where you can hire someone to steal their wallet so you can heroically return it to them. What a good friend you are. This will build, which is the foundation of any successful friendship. Now if their loved ones or friends get suspicious, use the wonderful anonymous power of the internet to start a few rumors. So if Heather starts getting uppity, you can just convince him to leave her because, oh no, he just heard a rumor that she sets fire to orphan kittens, allegedly. And worst of all, she's not subscribed to Grim. Or, if you want him real desperate and isolated, why don't you start a few rumors against your new bestie? After all, no one is going to want to associate with a man that traffics baby bunnies, allegedly. But not to worry, chum. even if everyone else leaves. I believe you, and I'll be there for you forever and ever. After all, what are friends for? Now, do you remember that magical advice your mum gave in your first day of school? Whispered to you when you were nervously clutching your book bag, hoping the kids would like you? Just be yourself, sweetie. Do not do that! There is no piece of advice that will ruin you more in every single aspect of life than just be yourself. If that advice worked out, then you wouldn't be in your current situation now, would you, dear viewer? But what's done is done, and not to worry, Uncle Grim is here to help you fix things. What if, instead of being yourself, you could try being someone people actually like? Now, the key to this strategy working is you look up what the people you want to be friends with are doing, and then copy them exactly. Everyone in your area into running? And you better lace up them running shoes. Are the folks into politics? Get ready to make a scene at the next family gathering. Are they into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, eventually you'll get used to the smell. Basically, the idea behind this strategy is to take all those unique little personality quirks, everything you love, your interests, anything that's a little different and makes you you, and stomp it into the dirt where it belongs. Because remember, kids, authenticity is for people that are either hot or rich. And even then there's a line. So sure, you may die a little on the inside, but you were doing that anyway. And now at least you're popular, so mission success. Now if, and it's a very big if, somehow none of my ingenious and totally ethical and legit methods haven't made you a single friend, never fear, chum. We have a last resort. We have technology. That's right, if you can't get a fleshy human friend, well, have you considered AI? Now, at least hear me out on this. What can a human really do that our dear old buddy ChatGPT can't? I mean, real people take so much effort. You have to smell nice, smile, be polite, and have all those pesky opinions like, "Ugh, Grim, get out of our house. We have a restraining order." But AI is super chill. Who else can I hurl abuse at 3 AM without the men with the shiny bracelets showing up? And if maybe all you want is just a hug or someone to play catch with, well, robotics has you covered, my friend. I mean, just look at how lifelike and human they are, and their movement is top-notch. So, I guess in conclusion, who needs humanity? We can outsource intimacy to the machines. I foresee absolutely zero downsides to this.